What is a potential? You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna pull your leg. Let's just get this over with and rip off the band-aid. A potential man is a nigga who sucks, yet people dick ride. It's not that serious. If your favorite character is not the main character, he will be hoed. It is just that simple. But just because a side character sucks doesn't mean that he should be hated and can't be eternally beloved. Take for example, I may have numerous amounts of contempt for Toshiro Mitagaya and Megumi Fushiguro, but I genuinely do like Rock Lee. However, this next character that I'm about to talk about, I have a lot of things I need to say about this guy. And this guy may be the start of it all, the very first potential man. Today we are going to be talking about Dragon Ball's eternal cycle, Son Gohan.
You know I'm living like a rolling stone, but don't feel for me. You know I'm in my zone, so don't speak to me. And in my mind I just feel so alone. Just release me.
I want to try this out since I haven't really been doing this in my videos, but like and subscribe and all that jazz, and be sure to comment down below for any characters you want me to talk shit about next. Let's see if this does the job. Transitioning into Gohan, most people would say that Gohan's arc takes a huge turn for the worst the minute this nigga's balls drop, because before that Gohan truly was perfect. This gulping little shit at 4 years old is stronger than every single person who goes to the gym 24/7, 365. Raw talent at its finest. What I personally like about Gohan's arc is that from the Saiyan Saga all the way into the Cell Saga, his arc is a coming-of-age story where Gohan learns many things from his father's friends, his own father, and most importantly, who he is as a person. And it all begins with Gohan witnessing his father's friends get each of their assholes opened by Nappa and Vegeta. The little nigga is traumatized at 4 years old. And I know people were probably kinda annoyed when this shit was probably still airing out. But looking back at it, can y'all blame this guy for being scared? One of you 40-year-old Dragon Ball fans would have the exact same facial expressions as Gohan right now, watching two niggas fight faster than the speed of sound. But after Gohan goes through the entire ordeal, Gohan has the courage to say this.
Y'all niggas have fun trying to revive my husband's friends and shit. I don't know, man. Y'all, I don't give a fuck about those niggas. We ain't really tight like that, but y'all have fun. Hey, Mom, I wanna go too. Hell nah, Gohan, I love you, but you tweaking. You think I'm gonna let my 4-year-old son go to space? Nigga, you ain't even conscious yet. I ain't gonna stand for it when my son gets touched in the no spot by Eat That Parsec Kepler 445. I'm simply not having it. No, Mom, you don't understand. If I don't go, it'll just be Krillin and Bulma. And Krillin's too solid of a Z fighter to do anything. And if Bulma sees an extremely handsome alien, she'll forget everything. And nothing will be done. Nothing will get done unless a real nigga joins the team. And that real nigga is me. Mom, I understand where you're coming from, but I have to go.
Gohan saying this is actually a really good turning point for his character. Because imagine this. Gohan watched all of these fodder-ass niggas fight people way out of their league, knowingly. The hope for survival is slim to none, and yet these people are still fighting. I think this fact causes Gohan to learn the concepts of responsibility and courage. The responsibility of doing good with one's power, no matter the circumstance, and the courage to do so despite glaring opposing odds. People say Dragon Ball is all punch punch kick kick. In Dragon Ball Super it definitely is, but in OG Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and even Dragon Ball GT, there are many concepts such as this littered throughout the story. It only takes an IQ of above 40 to recognize it. It's not that hard. Anyways, back to Gohan. This trend continues all the way up into the Cell Saga, where Gohan gets uber personal private training with his dad. This causes him to learn many important things for his character, such as perseverance, diligence, discipline, along with many other things. However, all of this goes immediately out the window once Gohan attains Super Saiyan 2, where Gohan gets drunk off of his own power and becomes an elite level torturer. Like seriously, do not let this nigga smile during a fight. You will live to regret it. Gohan's sadistic streak aside, I think this reaction is perfectly realistic. Imagine you have the power to completely overwhelm a person who has done extremely vile acts, especially towards those of the people of whom you care about. Not proper grammar, I am sorry. With that much power in their veins, a good chunk of people would also become power drunk and start hurting their opponent in ways that he hurt others. However, Goku, being the voice of reason, steps in and snaps Gohan back to reality, where Gohan, after the sacrifice of his dear father, completely clutches the bag back from the grasp of defeat and kills Cell. And now we can finally go into Gohan's adult, or more like young adult years. First of all, we have to realize that Gohan has been slacking off on his training. I'm not exactly sure whether he still trains at this point in time, but there appear to be numerous sources that seem to say that Gohan has not gotten any weaker, but has not gotten any stronger as well.
Wait. Are you fucking serious? You need to tell me you don't know what happened to Gohan at circa 355 BC?
At this date, at this point in time, in this exact location? You're not a real Dragon Ball fan.
Okay.
Gohan may have lost a bit of the discipline quality that he has gained from his numerous masters, but I think this is fine. The lull of peace definitely dulls the blade. It is a thing that happens all the time, even in real life. So this happening in anime, I don't think that's a really bad thing. What he definitely kept for sure of his responsibility of doing good no matter the situation. And this all culminates into the Great Saiyan Man arc, which I know a lot of niggas hate for some apparent reason. Even though Gohan was definitely doing some cringy ass Ginyu Force mannerisms and wearing that whack ass costume, plus he started wearing a do-rag for some reason. Nigga thinks he's black, he might start saying the N-word. Though, let's be honest, who's gonna stop him? Gohan strives to do good. And you can clearly see on the smile on his face, the nigga clearly likes doing it. And even thinking about it for a few minutes, looking into the beginning of the Buu Saga, I genuinely think people don't like this beginning arc of the Buu Saga because Gohan was not killing people. Like, Dragon Ball fans do not like it when their characters are happy. In fact, I think this honestly applies to almost any anime fan. All anime fans don't like it when their characters are happy, besides Berserk fans, of course. The Gohan stuff is all pretty consistent all the way through Babidi's ship, until Gohan wears his father's gi. And it is from this point where Gohan's arc takes a gigantic downward spiral. Gohan touches down to start fighting Super Buu, and one of the first thing he does is smile. You know what that means? Super Buu is going to get one of the most devious torture sessions of his entire life. Not a single ki blast was thrown, not even a fucking ki eye shout. All Gohan did was repeatedly give Buu haymakers, so much so that his bubblegum organs were turning into dust. And yet Gohan stupidly lets down his guard and watches, like nigga, seriously, just simply watches, doesn't do anything, while Gotenks gets absorbed into Super Buu. From this we can gather that Son Gohan is extremely shit at learning his lessons. And this nigga wanted to be a scholar. Gohan wasted so much time posing for the camera, talking to Buu, hitting Buu with non-lethal attacks when Gohan could have just shot a Kamehameha and atomized him. The nigga played with his food just like he did with Cell and got bullied for it. The idiocy that Gohan performed at this moment is not even rectified, and in fact, the concepts of this is even brought over into Super, the Dragon Ball anime, where every single Dragon Ball character is given a 40% IQ nosedive. Looking at Battle of Gods and Fukatsu no F, Gohan has been slacking off again. The first time is a definite pass, but the second time is no excuse.
What's that?
It is at this time around where I think Gohan has completely forgotten about the fact that he has learned about discipline. It shouldn't be too hard to read a goddamn book while training, or even more realistically, setting some time away in the day to train and then come back to your usual duties. Clearly, Gohan does not understand the concept of multitasking, and this nigga is a scholar. Even worse than this, during the transition between Battle of Gods and Fukatsu no F, Gohan continues to slack off, which culminates into one of the worst performances Gohan has ever displayed on screen. Gohan tracksuit. It's so bad to the point where Gohan can't even go Super Saiyan 2 in ultimate form anymore, and going even just Super Saiyan 1 takes considerable amounts of effort. It truly does suck. Continuing this trend of absolute stupidity, despite seeing the perils of Earth coming from the Battle of Gods and the Fukatsu no F arc, for the next two arcs, Gohan continues to slack off, not even doing any bit of training, failing at multitasking, and this nigga is a scholar. Not even during the Goku Black arc, where the threat of Goku Black and Zamasu is indeed very real, Gohan continues to do nothing. Gohan only does something when there's a universal tournament. A Gohan who hasn't even been able to re-achieve Super Saiyan 2 and Ultimate form yet, trains for a total of 1 month and suddenly becomes as strong as Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That doesn't make any sense, no matter what you say. And it gets even worse when Gohan says this. This statement is 100% bullshit, and you're gonna see again very soon, because after the Tournament of Power, after that's all said and done, Gohan slacks off again, and this nigga is a scholar. Although the Dragon Ball superhero movie is decent visually, in terms of narrative complications to the story, I think this movie is absolutely dog shit. The statement of Gohan saying that he wants to achieve a form that no one else has ever achieved insinuates the fact that one will train and put effort into attaining such a transformation. But in the Dragon Ball superhero movie, this transformation was gained by nothing but Gohan throwing a temper tantrum.
Anger.
All the beast form amounts to is Gohan going back to his glory days. Let the glory days be the glory days. Let Gohan evolve in a new way without having to rely on pure nostalgia. The form looks shitty, nigga, and even take a look during the fight. Look, Gohan smiled. Never let this man smile in the fight. He will torture you and then sell the fight. It's so sad. For Piccolo, there are many ways to rationalize his new form. However, for Gohan, it is very easy for his form to be looked at as unearned, and honestly, I just could not agree more. And it's so bad because it crushes one of the major points that Goku and Vegeta tackled during their fight. The point that even a low-class Saiyan, through hard work and determination, can achieve the level of an elite class Saiyan. Gohan achieving Gohan Beast during his movie absolutely shits on this idea. You do not need hard work and determination to reach the level of the elite. All you need is great genetics and appropriately timed temper tantrums. Fuck needing God Key to achieve the level of the gods. All you need to do is to watch your wife get cucked right in front of you and you'll be good to go. All the God Key stuff amounted to is giving us shitty looking transformations and terrible power cliffing that affected Dragon Ball for the rest of its life. If you read the Dragon Ball Super manga, you may realize that there may be a little bit of hope for Gohan finally learning his lesson and regaining his discipline by training and learning to use Gohan Beast to its utmost and controlling it. However, I just have a feeling that Dragon Ball Super will go back to Gohan being an elite level procrastinator and slacking off yet again. Like honestly, this is the story of Gohan's life. Slack off, train for 1 month, unlock your potential and become stronger than anyone else. Sell at the most crucial moment. Slack off for 4 consecutive arcs. Train for 1 month. Become as strong as Super Saiyan Blue Goku, immediately deeming the God Key concept irrelevant. Continue to have a lackluster performance throughout the rest of the arc. Slack off. Do no training at all. Obtain a form that you lied about training for and only get it by simply getting angry for 2 seconds. Continuously contributing to Dragon Ball Super's debasement of basic Dragon Ball concepts such as the importance of hard work. If Gohan slacks off yet again, the well of faith will completely dry up for this character for myself. I know that people have a lot of hope for Daima since Toriyama is the one working on it, so he has that special magic touch. Rest in peace, by the way. But let's be honest, Dragon Ball Daima will probably be pretty short, and the same can be said about Gohan's involvement in that story's plot, probably. However, what I will say is that this version of Gohan will most likely be 10 times better than the Gohan we will get in a few years' time. Another rusted ass Gohan in the face of planetary danger. Son Gohan definitely had a pretty awesome and amazing run back when he was still a child and his balls hasn't dropped yet. But the minute he turned 16 or 17, I don't know, I don't really fucking care at this point, Gohan's consistency and character development took consistent nosedives all the way into Super, where we have Gohan achieving a form that directly contradicts past concepts. Gohan may have a lot of potential, but due to his pure addiction of slacking off, he will never achieve it. And that is why Gohan is a potential man. The very first potential man. Video over. Sorry for the rant. GT is better. Thanks for watching.